You will be in West Virginia for part of the Browns training camp when it gets underway. They start Saturday. What are some of the things you're watching for, that some of the things that are important? And I get it, it's training camp, but what do you need to see to feel, okay, they're on track?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that everyone is going to be watching, and it's always what people are watching, is the quarterback. But I think especially like given how Deshaun Watson had those rust issues, I'll be curious to see who it looks like he's gelling with, who he's connecting with really well. How are they connecting on those big throws? I thought he did a really good job of that in OTAs and minicamp. So for me, it's about continuing to see if that's going to grow. And then on the defensive side of the ball, it's that front of the defense and how they look. And I think, people talk about when Jadeveon Clowney first got here a few years ago, it was kind of like, whoa, at training camp, the first time you see him on the field with Myles Garrett, like it just felt different. And I think there's going to be a similar effect with Zadarius Smith out there, because we haven't seen a ton of that yet. So I'm really excited to see how Jim Schwartz rotates those guys along the line. We know he wants to play like 8 to 9 defensive linemen at any given time. I think we're going to see them sort of in and out to keep everybody fresh. So I'm really intrigued to get a first kind of a look at that. Again, with the caveat being, we're not going to obviously see those guys being like full contact hitting quarterbacks, things like that. But I think we're going to get a first look, and I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Jim Schwartz manages or coaches his defense. Also, Bubba Ventrone with the special teams. It'll be really interesting to see those two things in camp, because they've got to set tones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Especially with Bubba. I mean, he had a reputation as a player as being this fiery special teamer. And I think already, like, I've gotten a chance to talk to Cade York about him and some of the other special teams guys. Here in the respect, it seems like, of this group, really fast. And I think the Brown special teams just needs like kind of new energy about it. And everything like that. And Jim Schwartz, it was interesting to kind of see him even just in those OTA and minicamp sessions, how passionate he was. And he's like not afraid to get out there and stand in the middle of the field, because he thinks like, hey, the best way to diagnose if something's going wrong in a play or a drill is to be out there right in the middle of it. So I'm definitely excited to see those two guys. I have a feeling like they're going to be so fired up, it's going to be hard to not notice them, quite honestly.